Alright, so I actually found out The Simpsons will actually be renewed throughout 2 years' time. This will pass the 800 episode, which has been renewed for 2 more seasons. As they really have like Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, and a lot of Fox TV shows, you know. Okay. So basically, The Simpsons are not going to get cancelled because they're actually on to seasons 35 and 36. So ever since The Simpsons actually premiered in 1989, The Simpsons actually started with the episode Simpsons on an Open House or Roast and Fire. The Simpsons won't actually end because actually it has a lot of episodes each week. Even though yes, The Simpsons almost did end in season 23. Eventually for that, The Simpsons is still running for this year, you know? Okay. The Simpsons didn't get removed on Disney Plus. As you all may know, it's actually available on Disney Plus. So basically, the Fox shows, like the Fox adult shows were actually available on Disney Plus, you know. So animation on Fox was actually available on those sites, you know. Family Guy is actually one of them. Because if you don't know about this, Family Guy was actually a show that premiered just 9.5 years later when Family Guy premiered in 1999. As well as this, they also have the longest running shows as well, such as Bob's Burgers, South Park, The Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad, and some of the shows which are actually from the 90s, or if I'm not mistaken, or even the 2000s. But even though, yes, some of the shows actually premiered for like more than 10 seasons, I'll just say that it's not that kind of a big of a deal, you know, like Bob's Burgers already got 13 seasons, you know, like despite being like the longest running show since 2011, it's still running by then, you know, it's still running by then. Okay, so the longest running shows in the Fox is The Simpsons. Because of this, the program actually had premiered The Simpsons. It's the longest running show and it premieres 34 or 35 seasons at least, you know. If I really compare to that, The Simpsons actually has 34 episodes, so it actually premiered on that day, December 17, 1989. Well, as well as this, Family Guy has 21 seasons as well. It's also premiered by Fox as well. American Dad as well. It also has 19 seasons. So basically, if you go into the Wikipedia, they'll tell you about the longest running seasons. It must include 7 or more seasons, or at least 10 episodes are included. This has been moved from a cable network or syndication shown below. So there are many shows that premiered on Fox, like Family Guy, American Dad, Bob's Burgers. So, alright, so there's also some shows which actually did premiere for at least like 10 seasons, but they were actually cancelled. So some of the shows, such as Futurama, was actually cancelled in 2013. Even though, yes, the show actually did premiere in 1999, the show actually did end in 2023 instead. I'm not really that sure if it's true or not, you know, like I'm not sure. So it's actually aired for 7 seasons, but it's not the longest show. Even though, yes, it's like the longest show, but I'm not really that sure why it hasn't been here, you know, like I'm not really that sure. The show was only renewed for 7 seasons, but I think it was cancelled in my opinion, you know. Okay, there's also a thing called King of the Hill as well. It's also another show which is actually made by Fox. The show actually did air for 13 seasons until its cancellation in May 6th of 2010. Okay. The show actually must air for 7 or more seasons, like Futurama. Futurama didn't get cancelled. However, it was actually renewed for seasons as well. Alright. Again, what I was saying is, yes, a show must actually have 7 or more seasons. You know, like they must have 7 or more seasons. Alright. Not to say yes, SpongeBob SquarePants is actually the longest show, which has 13 seasons right now, ever since the death of Steven Hillenburg. And as well as this, they were actually supposed to include the Fairly Odd Parents, as this was actually the second longest running show in Nickelodeon. However, it is not featured in this list, okay? Okay, the next thing you wanted to know is Rick and Morty. So Rick and Morty is actually a show which premiered in 2013. It's almost gonna head for a 7th season. However, we don't know when is the 7th season going to start. So basically, it concluded the 6th season, but the show and the seasons are actually inactive due to that. So basically, that's all you need to know about these longest aired shows on Fox. Anyways, that's me signing.